Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise from your seats as our Honorable Chief Minister, Sir, is entering the hall. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat State. We also welcome Shri Rajkumar, Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat. Shri S. Krishnan, Secretary MeitY, Government of India. Shri Homer Chang, Director General, TECC. Shri J.P. Gupta, Additional Chief Secretary, Finance Department, Government of Gujarat. Dr. Randhir Thakur, CEO and MD, Tata Electronics Private Limited. Shri Arun Murugappan, Chairman, Tube Investment. Shri Gursharan Singh, SVP, Global Assembly and Test Operations, Micron Technology. And Srimati Mona Khandar, Principal Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Gujarat. Thank you. One more time, we will welcome all the esteemed dignitaries on this stage with a ground and real round of applause for all of them as they are here in the inaugural session of today's very important Gujarat SemiConnect Conference 2024. Thank you everyone for gracing this wonderful event. To officially commence today's conference, it is my honor to invite Ms. Mona Khandar, IAS, Principal Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, Government of Gujarat, to deliver the welcome address and set the tone of the event. Welcome, ma'am.
So, namaste, welcome, and good morning. Welcome to this Gujarat SemiConnect 2024. It's my privilege and pleasure to welcome Honorable Chief Minister and today's chief guest, Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, who is also the Minister for Science and Technology. His development vision and commitment to excellence continuously inspire us. I extend a warm welcome to the Chief Secretary of Gujarat, Shri Rajkumar Sir, and Secretary MeitY, Shri S. Krishnan Sir, for providing us continuous support and guidance to coordinate the whole gamut of actions in the state government and coordination with the central government and industries. I am honored to welcome Mr. Homer Chang, DG TCC Taipei. His esteemed presence today is very significant for enhancing technological collaboration between Gujarat and Taiwan, especially for upcoming Semicon city of Dholera, where Tata Electronics is setting up Semicon fab facilities in partnership with PSMC from Taiwan. I welcome Additional Chief Secretary Finance, Shri J.P. Gupta, Additional Chief Secretary, Industries and Mines Department, Shri S.J. Haider, as well as Joint Secretary from Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Shri Manish Chadda. Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, has spelled out India's Semicon vision, and working in close partnership with India's semiconductor mission, Gujarat is making all the possible efforts to realize this vision with three-pronged strategy of fiscal support, state-of-the-art infrastructure, and capacity building. These sincere efforts have evoked positive responses from globally renowned semiconductor leaders. Micron has already activated its temporary facilities, and its state-of-the-art ATMP facility worth rupees 22,500 crore is on the way to get commissioned early next year at Sanand. Tata Electronics, in partnership with PSMC Taiwan, is all set for setting up semicon facilities worth rupees 91,000 crore at Dholera to begin operations by 2026. And CG Power, in partnership with Renesas Japan, has geared up to set up OSAT facilities worth rupees 7,600 crore at Sanand to be commissioned by 2025. The objective of today's conference is to connect local industries of Gujarat as well as India with semicon companies. As one of the leading manufacturing and exporting states of India, industries in Gujarat offers tremendous opportunity for such attraction. On this momentous occasion, I extend my heartfelt welcome to Dr. Randhir Thakur, CEO Tata Electronics, Mr. Arun Murugappan, Chairman, Tube Investments of India Limited, and Mr. Gursharan Singh, Senior VP from Micron. In today's conference, we will deliberate upon the specific requirements of semicon ecosystem as shared by these three companies as our esteemed knowledge partners. We look forward to deliberate upon important backward and forward linkages to strategic semiconductor sector, ranging from equipment for high precision, clean room and fab construction and operations, designs, chemicals, gases, metals, substrate, downstream applications, along with state-of-the-art logistics, environmental compliances with the focus on circular economy, and last but not the least, capacity building in 8 technical sessions that will follow the inaugural session. I welcome all the eminent speakers and panelists who are going to bring a lot of value and desired outcome. Their inputs will be compiled as a compendium. I welcome all the knowledge partners, ISM, JETRO, Kotra, Invest India, India Chemical Council, Gujarat Chemical Association, Elsina, India Electronics and Semiconductor Association, ICA, CII, FICCI, SOCHEM, and others. It is indeed a pleasure to have you all as event partners. And on the sidelines, there will be several B2B and G2B meetings. I welcome all the delegates and friends from media. I sincerely hope that this conference will lay the foundation for building local partnerships to enhance our competitive edge and create a win-win for overall advancement of technology. We plan to make this conference an annual feature. We also gear up to prominently showcase Gujarat's deepening semicon ecosystem at ensuing Semi-India and hope to host Semi-India 2025 in Gujarat. Once again, I welcome you all. Dhanyavad. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam, for your warm welcome words and also the introductory remarks. We now have the privilege of felicitating our esteemed dignitaries who have graced us with their presence today. Foremost, I request Ms. Mona Khandar, Principal Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, to kindly welcome Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat. Thank you. Would now request Shri Manish Gurvani, Mission Director, Gujarat State Electronics Mission, to kindly welcome Shri Rajkumar Sir, Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat. Thank you. I would now request Mr. Manish Gurvani, Mission Director, to kindly welcome Shri S. Krishnan, Secretary, MeitY, Government of India. Thank you. I would now request Srimati Mona Khandar to kindly welcome Shri Homer Chang, Director General, TECC. Thank you. I would now call Mr. T.Y. Bhatt, Managing Director, Gujarat Informatics Limited, to kindly welcome Shri J.P. Gupta, Additional Chief Secretary, Finance Department, Government of Gujarat. Thank you. I would request Mr. T.Y. Bhatt to kindly welcome Dr. Randhir Thakur, CEO and MD, Tata Electronics Private Limited. Thank you. I would now call upon Mr. J.B. Vadar, Executive Director, Science City, Government of Gujarat, to kindly welcome Shri Arun Murugappan, Chairman, Tube Investment. And also request Mr. J.B. Vadar to kindly welcome Mr. Gursharan Singh, SVP Global Assembly and Test Operations, Micron Technology Incorporation. Thank you. Today we are honored to have our distinguished guests share their insights and perspectives with us. Their words will undoubtedly enrich our understanding and inspire our efforts in the field of semiconductor technology. Foremost, please join me in welcoming Mr. Gursharan Singh, SVP, Global Assembly and Test Operations, Micron Technology, to share his views with us.
Namaste and good morning. Thank you for joining us today at this pivotal event aimed at advancing the semiconductor ecosystem in Gujarat. Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Bhupinder Bhai Patel ji, Shri Rajkumar ji, Shri S. Krishnan ji, Mona ji, Mr. Arun Murugappan, and my dear friend Randhir Thakur ji, dignitaries on the dais, and my dear friends. I'm honored to address you as we embark on this journey towards establishing world-class semiconductor infrastructure in Gujarat. I recall with fondness Micron's pioneer project announcement during Prime Minister Modi ji's historic visit to Washington, D.C. in June 2023. This was followed by the MOU signing ceremony in June 2023 and the groundbreaking event in September 2023. Both marked the commencement of India's first assembly and test facility by Micron in Sanand, Gujarat. While our primary facility in Sanand is under construction, I'm pleased to share that the technology transfer, line and product qualification at our mini facility in Sanand is progressing on schedule. Construction of semiconductor facilities is unique and complex, which highlights the opportunities to elevate skill sets both for skilled and non-skilled labor. And it calls for a need to advance our knowledge and capabilities required for the construction of these advanced facilities here in India. In response to Prime Minister Modi ji's call to make India a semiconductor nation, it is essential to develop India's semiconductor manufacturing capabilities. Micron's pioneering investment in Sanand has catalyzed other investments, initiating a cluster of semiconductor manufacturing in Gujarat. As these clusters develop in Sanand and Dholera, they will necessitate further investment in logistics and physical infrastructure needed to support a semiconductor supply chain. We require state-of-the-art free trade warehouse zones in these clusters to be developed for trading and warehouse activities. Furthermore, the semiconductor industry is both capital and resource intensive. For India to become a semiconductor nation, it is imperative that power quality remains uninterrupted and consistent, and clean water supply is ensured right at the doorsteps of semiconductor companies. Equally critical is the development of civic infrastructure in Sanand, including dormitories or convenient housing options for employees, especially for the new college graduates and single employees. High-speed rail connectivity, bump-free roads, public transport, luxury hotel, international school, and hospital. All this adjacent to the semiconductor manufacturing cluster in Sanand and Dholera. As India continues to encourage global suppliers to consider localization, direct flight connectivity between Ahmedabad and established semiconductor nations such as Taiwan, Korea, and Japan is essential to facilitate new investments. Seamless knowledge sharing and collaboration with overseas partners, including our vendors and suppliers. Building a semiconductor industry in India requires concerted efforts from all stakeholders to enhance the ease of doing business in India. We must continuously improve customs and regulatory procedures, as a compromise in these procedures can impact cycle time, functionality of tools and equipment, and delay project timelines. At Micron, we are actively engaged with global, regional, and local suppliers towards the objective of developing the supply chain in Gujarat and in proximity to our manufacturing operations. We look to domestic vendors in Ahmedabad and Gujarat to meet our specific needs like ESD, item supply, garment laundry services with clean room facilities, and stainless steel precision fabrication. Compliance is non-negotiable for us. As a member of the Responsible Business Alliance RBA. We expect all our suppliers and vendors to adhere to the RBA Code of Conduct. This ensures global standards in working conditions, ethical business practices, and environmental responsibility throughout our supply chain. Capacity building is a cornerstone of our initiatives, where partnerships with institutions like NAMTEC and various government universities across Gujarat and India play a crucial role. These collaborations offer cutting-edge courses on semiconductors and enable us to recruit talented individuals with a focus on cultural and gender diversity. Our vision for Gujarat as a pivotal hub for semiconductor manufacturing is completely dependent on developing robust infrastructure, strategic procurement supply chain, stringent compliance standards of doing business with full integrity, and continuous focus on capacity building. Together, we can build a thriving semiconductor ecosystem that not only meets global standards, but also drives innovation and economic growth in India. Lastly, I would like to extend our sincere thanks to our esteemed partners, India Semiconductor Mission, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, Gujarat State Electronic Mission, Gujarat Industrial Development Corporation, Department of Labor and Skill Development, Director Industrial Safety and Health, and all in all, Government of Gujarat and all other related government agencies and authorities for their invaluable support and collaboration in driving our shared vision of establishing semiconductor manufacturing in Sanand, Gujarat. Once again, thank you very much for your attention and commitment to this transformative journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Singh, for your enlightening words, and we extend good wishes to Micron. Now, in order to share his insights, we would like to invite Mr. Arun Murugappan, Chairman, Tube Investments, to share his views. Welcome, sir.
Namaskaram, Honorable Chief Minister Sri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Director General TECC Mr. Homer Chang, Chief Secretary Government of Gujarat Sri Rajkumar, Secretary Meity Sri S. Krishnan, Additional Chief Secretary Finance Government of Gujarat Sri J.P. Gupta, Principal Secretary Department of Science and Technology Ms. Mona Khandar, colleagues from Tata and Micron, partners and guests, good morning. Today, as we stand at the threshold of new technology era in India, I'm reminded of a story my grandfather shared about India's journey post-independence. So let's turn back the clock to the 1950s, when India, newly independent and resource-constrained, navigated global uncertainties. The world was recovering from after effects of the World War II with disruptions to the supply chain of metal components. The global focus was on self-reliance, and India wanted to push for industrial revolution to attain prosperity and global identity. Back then, the humble bicycle symbolized our ambition for industrial self-sufficiency, and building 100% indigenous bicycle became the path to usher in an era of industrial self-reliance. My grandfather embraced this national cause, leading to the birth of Hercules bicycles in 1951. Now, fast forward to 2024, and we see similar disruptions created by COVID and geopolitical shifts. We have witnessed certain uncertainties in global supply chain with high fluctuations in the cost of semiconductor chips. The global focus is on reliance, and India wants to push for digital industrial revolution. A similar pattern is repeating itself. Metal has changed to digital, cycles has changed to semiconductors. Semiconductors are the heartbeat of the digital age and pivotal to our digital future, fostering technological self-reliance, economic growth, and national security. Controlling our technological destiny is critical to achieve our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi's vision of a Viksit Bharat by 2047. Just as my grandfather championed India's industrial independence in 1950s, today we commit to making India Atmanirbhar in semiconductors. To establish a world-class semiconductor facility, three crucial factors are needed. First, securing an anchor customer and technology partner like Renesas, a leader in microcontrollers, accelerates our learning curve. Secondly, investing in manpower and training through STARS, ensuring skill development and effective technology transfer. Thirdly, a profound understanding of the Indian manufacturing ecosystem. Murugappa Group's 120-year-old legacy of establishing hundreds of factories across multiple states in India manufacture a diverse range of products from motors to electric vehicles to abrasives and fertilizers, provides us with extensive insight into the Indian market and ecosystem. Together with Renesas and STARS, CG Power aims to deliver one of India's most advanced semiconductor assembly and testing facility in the near future. Since receiving, since receiving government approval, our progress in Gujarat has been significant. Thanks to the unwavering support from ISM, CMO, DST, GIDC, and others, their commitment has been pivotal in overcoming challenges and establishing a robust semiconductor ecosystem centered around Tata, Micron, and CG Semi. To ensure India's success in semiconductors, it's crucial to establish a semiconductor cluster similar to Hsinchu, Taiwan. Such a cluster would offer robust infrastructure including power, water, and connectivity while fostering the co-location of raw material suppliers, equipment suppliers, research institutions, universities, and supporting industries. The Gujarat SemiConnect initiative, led by the government of Gujarat, exemplifies this effort by aiming to integrate the entire semiconductor ecosystem in one location, facilitating collaboration among semiconductor companies, research institutions, universities, and supporting industries. I would like to contribute my perspective to enhance the development of a robust semiconductor ecosystem in Gujarat with three key messages. The first one, ecosystem partners need to build at scale for the long haul. Just 2 years ago, India had no semiconductor units. Today, we are constructing 4 with the expectation of a dozen more in the coming years. To meet the demand of the next 20 years, it's imperative for the entire ecosystem to invest, embracing low operational expenditure models, even if they require high initial capital expenditure, will enhance our global competitiveness and position us for exponential growth opportunities. Secondly, we need to support small and medium partners of supply chain. Small players require additional support to advance along the value chain and enhance their competitiveness on a global scale. Beyond financial aid, we must directly assist them in areas where they lack resources. For instance, providing access to specialized equipment and facilities in R&D labs and academic institutions will accelerate skill development among the workforce. Facilitating technology transfer and licensing agreements between larger semiconductor firms, research institutions, and SMEs will enable them to access cutting-edge technologies, patents, and intellectual property rights, fostering more efficient innovation and product development processes. And lastly, we need to attract expat manpower while we develop local manpower. As we cultivate local manpower, attracting semiconductor professionals of Indian origin from Southeast Asia will invigorate Gujarat's ecosystem. While career opportunities and growth are pivotal, addressing the quality of life concerns such as physical, social, healthcare, and educational infrastructure is crucial. Balancing urban conveniences with natural surroundings will create an appealing environment for expats to live and work upon their return. Therefore, my esteemed friends and colleagues, let us seize today's gathering to forge connections, exchange knowledge, and cultivate lasting relationships. Much like my grandfather envisioned a self-sufficient India with its first indigenous bicycle, today let us strive towards making India fully self-reliant in the electronics manufacturing sector. Let Gujarat be the catalyst for the next revolution in the electronics worldwide. To self-reliant, technologically sovereign India. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arun, for your insightful address, and we wish good luck to Tube Investments also. With pleasure, would now like to welcome Dr. Randhir Thakur, CEO and MD, Tata Electronics Private Limited, to share his thoughts on this occasion. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chief Minister Bhupender Bhai Patel ji, Secretary Meti Shri S. Krishnan, Chief Secretary Government of Gujarat Rajkumar ji, Director General Taipei Economic and Cultural Center Shri Homer Chang, Additional Chief Secretary Finance Shri J.P. Gupta, Principal Secretary DST Government of Gujarat Shrimati Mona Khandar, Additional Chief Secretary Industries and Mines Shri S.J. Haider, dignitaries from Government of India and Government of Gujarat, my fellow travelers from Micron and CG Power, and esteemed colleagues from the industry. A very good morning to all of you. It is indeed my privilege to address this magnificent gathering today at the Gujarat SemiConnect conference. The government of Gujarat, under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Bhupender Bhai Patel ji, has taken decisive steps to establish a domestic semiconductor manufacturing ecosystem, aligning closely with our Honorable Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. With a background in engineering himself, he is a civil engineer, Honorable Chief Minister's personal dedication to semiconductors serves as a profound source of inspiration. Through proactive and practical policies, the government of Gujarat has successfully secured 3 out of 4 semiconductor projects sanctioned by the government of India, along with more than 80% of the total investments allocated for the semiconductor program. These efforts position Gujarat to make a significant and enduring impact on the nation and the global supply chain. I firmly believe that establishing a successful, innovation-driven manufacturing business, there are 3 essential components: technology, talent, money or investments. But any one of them is not enough. Government of India and Government of Gujarat have already taken a bold step by providing the capital necessary for establishing semiconductor business. The Tata Group has been able to secure the technology needed for this specialized facility through our partnership with PowerChip from Taiwan. Thank you, Mr. Homer Chang, and I thank Taiwan. We are looking forward to collaborating with industry, academic institutions, and other ecosystem players to build the semiconductor talent and infrastructure of tomorrow right here in Gujarat. We are actively establishing talent as our primary competitive advantage by recruiting global domain experts, consummating partnership with institutions like IIT Gandhinagar to cultivate tomorrow's workforce, and developing world-class social infrastructure to support this international talent pool. In Gujarat, we have committed to invest $11 billion towards our fab project in Dholera, which will generate over 20,000 jobs, marking just the beginning of our journey. This first semiconductor fab in Dholera will bring more than 2,000 ecosystem partners and suppliers, and few of them have already started working with us. As we build India's first greenfield AI-enabled fab, a key focus for us will be on promoting local industries. As we execute at scale, it is important for us to remember that time is of essence. Schedule is always king in the semiconductor industry. So a robust local supplier ecosystem is a differentiating factor and is critical to success both in the construction phase of the fab and even after consummating the operations. I always say that nobody makes these chips alone. It takes a team. We need to partner with many of you who are present here to make this a reality. We are already working closely with key global partners to develop a roadmap for building a largely self-sustaining ecosystem across tools, specialty gases, chemicals, utilities like power, water, and effluent treatment. This would be a great opportunity for local industries to participate in this high technology ecosystem that will support Indian and global semiconductor supply chains. We are fortunate to have the support of METI and Government of Gujarat and ISM. Their progressive policies, support, and flexibility are helping to make this a reality. Recently, a delegation comprising Secretary METI Krishnanji, Principal Secretary Srimati Mona Khandar led the way by raising awareness about the development in the Indian semiconductor area in Taiwan, a critical partner, a country which will be crucial for our ecosystem development. Internationally, we need to lead more such delegations to other countries as well to promote the need for the ecosystem right here in Gujarat. There is considerable anticipation among the global customer regarding these advancements unfolding in India. During my visit to the US last week, I had the opportunity to meet many customers, and I'm pleased to report that they view India and Tata as a reliable partner for their semiconductor products. This confidence from customers and their endorsement significantly validates the vision and effort of the government over the years. As we set out on this momentous journey of semiconductor manufacturing in India, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your trust in the Tata Group. We are steadfast in our commitment to collaborate with the government, industry, and academia to transform India into a dynamic hub for electronics manufacturing. We are fully dedicated to making Dholera the global epicenter of semiconductor excellence. Every effort will be made to achieve this vision in Gujarat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts with us. And we wish immense luck to Tata Electronics Private Limited. Now we have the honor of hearing from an esteemed leader representing the Taiwan External Trade Development Council. His insights are invaluable. We welcome Mr. Homer Chang, Director General, TECC.
Honorable Chief Minister, Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, Secretary Krishnan, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, and Chairman Mukapang, and CEO and Managing Director Duka, and Senior Vice President Singh. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my great pleasure to be here at the Gujarat SemiConnect Conference 2024 in Gandhinagar. On behalf of Taipei Economic and Cultural Center in Mumbai, I would like to congratulate Gujarat on launching this important event as a platform to look into the potentials and opportunities in the semiconductor-related development, not only for the state of Gujarat, but also for India as well. The relations between India and Taiwan have witnessed a big growth in recent years in areas of trade, investment, exchanges of genius, and sharing of resources. This is what we call the new southbound policy in Taiwan. With a young and large population, together with a sizable domestic market, India is looking for a partner to join its Make in India scheme. Taiwan, with its reputation and expertise in area of information technology, machinery, and semiconductor manufacturing, being globally recognized, is an ideal partner for India to work with. More and more Taiwanese businessmen are coming to and interested in India and Gujarat, especially after the announcement of the production link incentive proposal by the government of India. The ever-growing relation between India and Taiwan are most exemplified in the bilateral trade, which is a very steady growth from year 2001 to year 2023. The direct investment from Taiwan to India has hit over $4 billion US. There are almost 260 Taiwanese businesses having their presence in India and in Gujarat as well. These are the achievements we should cherish. It means that we are benefiting each other. It also means that we can be natural partners. Once again, I'm grateful for the warm welcome and hospitality extended by Gujarat. And I can assure you that Gujarat is also welcome in Taiwan, including setting up a trade representation on behalf of the state of Gujarat in Taiwan in the future. I'm looking forward to many fruitful achievements as a result of today's event, and I also wish in every success to today's conference and hoping that the momentum will be kept, will be retained in years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chang, for your important address and good wishes to Taiwan also. Today we have with us Mr. S. Krishnan, IS, Secretary, MeitY, Government of India. Let's invite him to share his insightful thoughts with us. Welcome, sir.
Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, respected Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, Additional Chief Secretary Shri J.P. Gupta, Mr. Homer Chang, Director General of TECC, Mr. Randhir Thakur, MD and CEO of Tata Electronics, Mr. Arun Murugappan, Chairman of Tube Investments, Mr. Gursharan Singh, Senior Vice President of Micron, Ms. Mona Kandar, Principal Secretary, Department of Science and Technology and Information Technology, Government of Gujarat. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many, many familiar faces in the audience. let me first congratulate the government of Gujarat and the Department of Science and Technology in particular for having put together such a wonderful event. What this event illustrates today is the progress that has been achieved in the last year, year and a half in the semiconductor space in the country and in Gujarat in particular. The one thing that, as a matter of policy, the government of India recognized early was that if the semiconductor industry is to take deep root in the country and to really develop and grow significantly and fast, it's important to pick and develop the ecosystem in a particular area first. And once a state was chosen, then we need to crowd in investment into the state and ensure that the entire ecosystem is built around it. And that's precisely what the government of Gujarat has been attempting to do with support from MeitY and with support from other agencies of the government of India. And I'm truly delighted to see the extent of success that is being achieved in this effort. This is important and significant. The Indian semiconductor mission supports, in its present shape, certain elements of the semiconductor industry. For instance, we support fabs, we support ATMPs and OSATs, all of which are represented here on stage. Through the SPECS program, we supported many of the ecosystem players, people who make substrate, people who provide various other support mechanisms, materials, gases, and so on. The important element here is that once a large fab or once a large ATMP industry comes into a particular area, then everything else needs to crowd in all at the same time. That is where the jobs come from. That is when the ecosystem becomes viable and competitive. So it is in that context that today's event is so significant. There are so many companies represented here. Many of them represent partners in the ecosystem who will come in. For one Tata Electronics fab to run successfully, they will probably need about 250 to 300 distinct suppliers. All of them will need to come into this area. There will be many small, little things that need to be done. Dr. Thakur referred to the visit to Taiwan. We went and saw the PSMC facility, something similar which will get constructed here in Dholera. I can only describe it as something out of a science fiction movie. There's hardly anybody on the shop floor. It's mostly various baskets or various little buckets which carry material around the shop floor, which zip over your head. There is hardly anybody who works inside the fab. But let us not for a moment assume that there are no jobs. There are thousands of jobs outside. There are thousands of jobs for people who need to support this ecosystem. Modern manufacturing, that too precision manufacturing, is a hugely skilled occupation. Many of these jobs will be advanced manufacturing jobs, high-paying jobs. Many other jobs will require people to maintain the utilities, will require people to make materials of high purity and precision, will require people to even do little jobs like cleaning the bunny suits that the engineers will wear into the shop floor. All of this is important and significant. All of this needs to happen. And that is what the ecosystem really means. And your presence here, the presence of such a large number of companies, so many of you so enthusiastically, And I got many messages over the last few days saying that we are going to be at this event, would it be possible to meet, and so on. Just goes to show that you finally really believe that after a few false starts, the semiconductor ecosystem will firmly get established in India and will really develop into something which would be truly world-class. A country the size of India cannot afford strategically not to have a semiconductor system. We often see criticism directed at the fact that large subsidies are being paid by the government to support an industry which may not employ so many people, and also to support an industry which is probably not at the cutting edge node. Today, I would like to say that this is well thought out policy. As a country, India cannot afford to be left out of this race. We found this to our detriment during the pandemic. Many industries which are not directly related to electronics or not part of electronics suffered for the want of supply of semiconductor chips. The automobile industry, for instance, many other domestic appliance industries. Likewise, we have to realize that we have our constraints in terms of what is affordable and at what stage we come in. We are late entrants into the semiconductor field. There is an opportunity to leapfrog, but there is a fairly high cost in terms of wanting to go to the most advanced nodes. People say today's semiconductor industry, particularly in places like Taiwan, is at 2 nanometers and 3 nanometers, and why aren't we there? Why are we at 28 nanometers and 40 nanometers? The point is simple. That is not yet established technology. We can get there, but we are not going to get there in one jump. We are going to get there in maybe 2 stages or 3 stages. And we have to start somewhere. And that is why we start at the node, which is really the sweet spot in terms of the maximum demand across different types of industries. And that is well thought out policy to support a segment and a sector where our presence is vitally important, and at the same time, we have to ensure that we are in a position to actually succeed while husbanding our resources very carefully. India's fiscal situation permits us to make available subsidies of a certain aggregate amount. For instance, the first phase of the India Semiconductor Mission has an outlay of 76,000 crores. I'm happy to inform you that a very, very substantial portion of that 76,000 crores has already been committed, as many of you are aware. And our subsidies today are perhaps the most attractive and generous in the world. We pay out from the Government of India's side almost 50% of the cost of a large fab. The state governments chip in with about 20 to 25% additionally. No other country in the world pays out subsidies of that volume, and we do that only because we have to get a head start now. But in many other countries, and this is in that sense a race, in many other countries, substantial subsidies are still paid out, and what they can afford in terms of their overall size of the budget, and many of them are advanced countries, is larger. So we are in an intensely competitive situation, and we have to succeed in this large bet that India has taken. And that is where the government of Gujarat is being such an important partner, and there is no room not to succeed, and we have to necessarily make sure that this industry in the next 18 to 24 months is fully grounded and commences production here in Gujarat. This is a bet that we've taken for the 21st century. This is a bet that the country has taken to move ahead in a very, very critical area of advanced manufacturing and where we can't afford to fall behind. Yesterday, last evening, a report was released on further deepening the electronics value chain here in India, which again is a significant announcement and a significant effort in trying to link up the entire electronics value chain. Semiconductors are at one end, but there are many other components which come along the way in increasing the overall value addition that takes place in electronics manufacture. Electronics is likely to be, if it isn't already, the largest single manufacturing sector in the world. And there again, as a large country which attempts to ensure that we produce affordable products for the large masses for their consumption, India has to have a very key role in electronics manufacturing and especially in component manufacturing. So that is part of the systematic effort to the production-linked incentive scheme that the Government of India has already launched to actually deepen the electronics global value chain here in India. But equally, another very important element is making sure that we have the talent to support this. And a lot of effort is being made both by the central government and by the state governments to increase the human resources, to train them more effectively in order to be available for such a modern manufacturing sector. This is again an effort where I would request many of the industry members here to participate enthusiastically. This is a win-win situation for both of us. You need talent, you need people to work on the shop floor. There's a lot of enthusiasm. I heard from Mr. Gurcharan Singh this morning the extent of enthusiasm of the young engineers that they have recruited who believe that it's a matter of pride to be working in this sector. That enthusiasm has to be properly channelized, and we have to ensure that their skills are further developed to work in this advanced manufacturing sector. And likewise, as an ultimate stage and as a dream that the country itself needs to have, we have to ensure that we design products. And the design of chips is another important segment of the India Semiconductor mission. Ultimately, the large fab which is being built here in Dholera would have to be loaded. They would have to have the intellectual property to load that fab. We have to have a large number of designs that need to come out of India itself so that these fabs get loaded. And design is another significant element where India has something of an advantage. About 20% of the entire chip design manpower across the world, the human resources, are located in India across different cities. And that is something we need to build on further. We need to build as much as we build or as much as we support chip design for international companies, as much as startups begin there and probably get sold at huge valuations to international chip design companies. We need to have more Indian chip designers. We need to have more Indian chips. And eventually, when that happens, we would truly have achieved our goal of being a key semiconductor country in the world and another key participant in this very, very key industry. And I'm sure that this is a dream that today's event is a significant step that in that entire process. So thank you very much. I once again congratulate the government of Gujarat for organizing such a wonderful event and for inviting me. And I once again thank all the members of the audience for coming forward here to be part of this dream for India and of the entire semiconductor ecosystem that is developing here. And I'm sure when we look back on this event, maybe 5 or 10 years from now, we'll see how significant it has been. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Krishnan, for your address, and also thanks to MeitY for the constant support. Next, we have a distinguished administrator whose leadership and vision have been pivotal in the development of Gujarat. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Rajkumar, IS Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, for his address.
Namaskar. Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Dr. S. Krishnan, Secretary Mighty, Government of India, my colleague, Shri J.P. Gupta, Additional Chief Secretary Finance, Shri S.J. Haider, Additional Chief Secretary Industries, Mr. Homer Chang, Director General TECC, Mr. Arun Murugappan, Chairman Tube Investments, Dr. Randhir Thakur, CEO and MD, Tata Electronics, Mr. Gursharan Singh, Senior Vice President, Micron Technology, Ms. Mona Kandar, Principal Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, participants from industry, academia, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you. Firstly, I would like to welcome all our esteemed guests and speakers to Gujarat SemiConnect Conference 2024. As we stand at the threshold of this conference, I am reminded of the immense potential that lies within industrial landscape of Gujarat and the country. Addition of semiconductor industry in the Gujarat's industrial landscape is a matter of great pride to all of us in the state. I take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to our anchor investors like Tata Electronics, Micron Technology, CG Power, and also to Government of India, whose path-breaking policies have successfully attracted such investments in the country. At the same time, I also see it as a testimony to proactive and progressive policies of state of Gujarat. As we speak, Gujarat is now emerging as the semiconductor manufacturing hub for India with strategic investments from these industry stalwarts. Currently, they are building up their state-of-art facilities in Sanand and Dholera. State government is committed to developing Dholera as semicon city. The burgeoning semiconductor manufacturing sector represents a plethora of opportunities for domestic industries to diversify and augment their products and become part of global semiconductor supply chains. This conference is aimed at connecting domestic industry with the anchor project developers and leading companies in the semiconductor supply chain from around the globe. From advancements in manufacturing to skill development for semiconductor supply chain, our agenda is rich with topics that are crucial for all who are eagerly awaiting opportunities in India's semiconductor sector. As we all know, Gujarat is one of the major industrialized states of the country. Among many others, chemicals is an important sector present in the state. Of several key inputs, locally available chemicals, gases, with certain investments in technology, in my humble opinion, have the potential to become part of global supply chains for semiconductor industry. Gujarat has excellent connectivity infrastructure in terms of ports, airports, dedicated freight corridor, expressways. This not only ensures high quality of logistics infrastructure, but also will facilitate trade and investment opportunity in this emerging sector of semiconductor. Availability of industry-ready human resources will be a key requirement of semiconductor industry in Gujarat. We have already set up dialogue and engagements with local academic institutions and anchor investors. I am glad that Messrs. Micron has already started partnering with our academia and donating key equipments and developing training syllabus for training locally available manpower. As we delve into discussions on topics ranging from chemicals, gases, materials, facility construction, logistical connectivity, human resources and capacity building, machine tools and equipments, downstream electronics production, let's also use this platform not only to showcase our capabilities, but also learn from each other's expertise and knowledge. It is through open dialogue and collaboration that we can truly push the boundaries of what is possible and drive meaningful change in local industrial capabilities. During the course of discussions today, I have taken note of concerns, suggestions made by our esteemed industrial partners, such as the requirement for clean water, uninterrupted power supply, transport facilities, international schools, dormitories, residential colonies, flight connectivity with Taiwan, Japan, and Korea, custom clearance, ease of procedures, and opening of Gujarat Investment Promotion Office in Taipei. So I am sure we will work on all these suggestions. In closing, I would urge each one of you to make most of this conference. And at this juncture, I can assure you that apart from whatever benefits that Government of India is extending, Government of Gujarat is committed to provide all support as per our semiconductor and electronics manufacturing policy. Thank you, and let us embark on this journey of progress together to realize Honorable Prime Minister's vision of self-reliance, Atmanirbharta in semiconductor sector in the country. Jai Hind, Jai Jai Garvi Gujarat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your thoughts with us. We appreciate them. जिन्होंने गुजरात राज्य के औद्योगिक विकास विशेष रूप से सेमीकंडक्टर उद्योग में अभूतपूर्व योगदान दिया है, जिनकी नीतियां, दूरदर्शी नेतृत्व और सकारात्मक दृष्टिकोण ने इस उद्योग के लिए अनुकूल माहौल बनाया है, ऐसे हमारे गुजरात राज्य के आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल को आइए तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट के साथ उनके विशेष संबोधन के लिए आमंत्रित करते हैं।
राज्य सरकार के साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी विभाग द्वारा आयोजित सेमिकॉन कॉन्फ्रेंस 2024 के उद्घाटन समारोह में हमारे साथ मंच पर उपस्थित TECC के डायरेक्टर जनरल श्री होमेर चांग, क्यूब इन्वेस्टमेंट के चेयरमैन श्री अरुण मुरुगप्पन, TEPL के CEO श्री रणधीर ठाकुर, माइक्रॉन के सीनियर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट श्री गुरुशरण सिंह, गुजरात राज्य के मुख्य सचिव श्री राजकुमार जी, केंद्रीय सचिव श्री S. कृष्णन, अधिक मुख्य सचिव श्री JP गुप्ता जी, अग्र सचिव श्रीमती मोना खंदार, आमंत्रित सभी महानुभाव, प्रेस मीडिया के मित्रों, आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। वैश्विक नेता और देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई के मार्गदर्शन में गुजरात और पूरा देश लगभग हर क्षेत्र में विकास के नए आयाम छू रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री जी के विकास के इन आयामों में सेमीकंडक्टर, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, मशीन लर्निंग, ड्रोन टेक्नोलॉजी के महत्व को भी मद्देनजर रखा है। इस कड़ी में आज आयोजित गुजरात सेमी कनेक्ट कॉन्फ्रेंस राइट जॉब एट राइट टाइम है, ये मेरा स्पष्ट मानना है। आप सभी को इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में गुजरात की धरती पर हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूं। हम सभी को यह विश्वास है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी का तीसरा कार्यकाल भारत को विश्व की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी इकोनॉमी बनाने की दिशा में यह कॉन्फ्रेंस का आयोजन उपयुक्त है। यह प्रधानमंत्री जी के कुशल नेतृत्व का ही परिणाम है कि हमारा देश ने पिछले कुछ सालों में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर में अपनी एक्सपर्टाइज और अपनी क्षमता को साबित किया है। आज 33 करोड़ से अधिक मोबाइल यूनिट्स का प्रोडक्शन भारत में हो रहा है। आज दुनिया को रिलायबल ट्रस्टेड चिप सप्लाई चेन की भी ज़रूरत है। इस दिशा में आगे बढ़ते हुए प्रधानमंत्री जी ने पिछले साल सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर में भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने का संकल्प व्यक्त किया था। इस सेक्टर में हाई स्पीड ग्रोथ हासिल करने के लिए भारत सरकार ने इंडिया सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन शुरू किया है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जब भी राष्ट्र विकास का कोई संकल्प या विज़न दिया है तो उसे फलीभूत बनाने में गुजरात हमेशा सबसे आगे रहा है। सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर में गुजरात की बढ़ती उपलब्धियां इसका जीता जागता उदाहरण है। गुजरात देश का पहला राज्य है जिसने 2022 में सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर के लिए डेडिकेटेड सेमीकंडक्टर पॉलिसी लागू की है। इस नीति के लागू होने के कुछ ही महीने में माइक्रॉन कंपनी ने गुजरात में सेमीकंडक्टर चिप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट लगाने का निर्णय किया और हमने मात्र एक सप्ताह के भीतर ही माइक्रॉन कंपनी को सानंद में लैंड अलॉटमेंट करके अपनी इस प्रतिबद्धता का उदाहरण प्रस्तुत किया। भारत की सबसे पहली ग्रीनफील्ड स्मार्ट सिटी धौलेरा में सेमीकंडक्टर और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के लिए प्लग एंड प्ले की सुविधा भी उपलब्ध है। इस सुविधा का लाभ लेते हुए टाटा इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और ताइवान की अग्रणी कंपनी पीएसएमसी संयुक्त रूप से भारत के पहले कॉमर्शियल सेमीकंडक्टर फैब को धौलेरा एसआईआर में स्थापित कर रही है। इस तरह सानंद में सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर से जुड़ी ओएसएसटी फैसिलिटी को भी सीजी पावर कंपनी द्वारा स्थापित किया जा रहा है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि अगले कुछ ही महीनों में एक मेक इन इंडिया और आत्मनिर्भर भारत की प्रतीक देश की पहली सेमीकंडक्टर चिप का प्रोडक्शन गुजरात में शुरू हो जाएगा। ये हमारे लिए गौरव की और खुशी की बात है कि भारत में सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर में इन्वेस्ट करने वाले 80% से अधिक इन्वेस्टर्स ने गुजरात में अपनी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट लगाने की इच्छा जताई है। गुजरात में इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए इच्छुक सभी इन्वेस्टर्स का गुजरात में मैं स्वागत करता हूं। हमारी सरकार आपको हर संभव मदद के लिए तैयार है। सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्रीज का सबसे अधिक फायदा हमारे देश के युवाओं को होने वाला है। आज हमारे देश में सेमीकंडक्टर और इससे संबंधित क्षेत्रों में कौशल्य विकास और स्टार्टअप के नए नए आयाम के अवसर खुल रहे हैं। इन सभी विशाल संभावनाओं को ध्यान में रखते हुए गुजरात सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर में हाईटेक मैन पावर तैयार करने की दिशा में तेजी से काम कर रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2047 तक विकसित भारत बनाने का संकल्प लिया है। आत्मनिर्भरता के मंत्र के साथ गुजरात भी 2047 तक विकसित गुजरात बनने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी की प्रेरणा और मार्गदर्शन में सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर में हम अप्रतिम ग्रोथ हासिल करेंगे। आइए हम सब साथ मिलकर सेमीकंडक्टर और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में भारत को ग्लोबल डेस्टिनेशन बनाने के प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई के सपने को साकार करें और सेमीकंडक्टर इकोसिस्टम को अधिक मजबूत करें। इस कॉन्फ्रेंस की सफलता की शुभकामनाओं के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूं। भारत माता की जय। वंदे मातरम। जय जय गरवी गुजरात।
माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री, आपके प्रेरणादायक संबोधन, आपके समर्थन एवं आपकी मानक उपस्थिति के लिए हम भी आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करते हैं। Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the conclusion of the inaugural session of the Gujarat SemiConnect Conference 2024. We appreciate your presence and participation in making this event a grand success. Let's thank one more time To Shri Bhupendra Bhai Patel, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Raj Kumar, Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, Shri S. Krishnan, Secretary MeitY, Government of India, Shri Homer Chang, Director General, TECC, Shri J.P. Gupta, Additional Chief Secretary, Finance Department, Government of Gujarat, Dr. Randhir Thakur, CEO and MD, Tata Electronics Private Limited, Shri Arun Murugappan, Chairman, Tube Investments, Shri Gurucharan Singh, SVP, Global Assembly and Test Operations, Micron Technology, and Srimati Mona Khandar, Principal Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Gujarat, for their august presence. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And ladies and gentlemen,